G'day guys, Carl Jocumsen here, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro. This is my 2016 season. This is my 2016 rig, brand new with BassCat boats. Thanks to Craig Simmons at BassCat Australia and the guys here at BassCat in the US. This is the first year I'm with the guys, and this is my Puma FTD, and we're gonna run over exactly how I've got it set up. This has been the ultimate boat. I've never had a boat set up like this. We're over halfway through the season. I've had the best season I've had yet, and this boat is unbelievable performance, and there's so many features to it, and it's one of the best fishing boats I've ever been in. So we're going to run through it and give you a look at my 2016 BassCat Puma FTD. So I got awesome wrap design this year, again from Richard X Factor Signs, designed the whole wrap, and the guys at Tyler Wrap designed it there in Texas. And you know, I've put this boat through some crazy stuff at Texoma, and the wrap has held strong. Richard did an awesome job of the design, and Tyler Wraps, you know, I can't beat them with the quality that they've done of getting this wrap on the Puma FTD. Mad Huey's one of my major sponsors for the last couple of years. Awesome flag design from Australia Flag in behind them, and they've just been an amazing supporter of mine, and they've got some cool stuff, great clothing, hats, lifestyle brand, fishing, surfing, and doing whatever you want to do. And if you want the best clothing there is on the market for those guys, check out madhueys.com. Got my name there. Always fly the American and Australian flag. I always respect the US for letting me come here and chase my dream, so I'll always represent their flag when I can, along with the Aussie one. Hobie Fishing, everyone knows Hobie. Unbelievable support for the last 4 years. It's been really incredible. My passion for fishing came through fishing from off the bank and on a kayak from a kid growing up, you know, and that's what I did. And now to have a company like Hobie supporting me fishing against the best in the world is just a huge accomplishment for me, and for those guys to see the potential and have the belief in me has been really cool. So make sure if you're looking in the market for a kayak, you can't go past the Hobie kayaks. We've got a Hobie Mirage. We keep the Adventurer SUPs, 10'8" inflatables, on the road with us everywhere we go. All my sponsors up the top there: Shimano, Onnit, Stormer, Molix, GoPro, ABT, where I originally started, TH Marine, getting all my marine supplies put on to the boat, Bassman spinnerbaits, Rigid Industries with all the lighting, and of course Hydrowave. Got 2 Hydrowaves, which we'll show you a little bit later. The main man, Miller Rods, first ever Australian rod company to make it into the US. We're now selling, we've got 16 rod range that myself and good mate Ian Miller have been working really hard on for the last 5 years. We never released a single rod for 5 years until we had everything perfect. Ian flew from Australia over here, spent weeks with me at a time, and every little thing that we wanted in a rod, we came up with, and now we've got 16 rods in the range, baitcaster spins from flipping to super finesse, and they're the #1 rod in Australia. He's the #1 rod builder in the world, and now we're bringing the Miller Rod range into the US. So you can now check them out at millerrods.com. You can buy them straight off the internet, and they'll be shipped straight to your door. So we'll show you some more of my rod range in the BassCat, but make sure you check out millerrods.com. At the back of the boat here now, no doubt one of the most important tools on any bass boat these days, the power pole blade 8-foot. We've got dual power pole blades on there, super quiet, super efficient, fast, everything you can want in a shallow water anchor the power pole blade does. And basically you could not compete in any tournament level these days without a set of power poles on your boat. So I go with the 8-foot. I like the 8-foot, but next year I'll probably run the 10s, but I've been in both, and you can't beat the power poles. These are really great. I've got the switch up the front, I've got a switch on the console that I can just drop those power poles at the touch of a button. On the back, we've got the Yamaha Show, 250 horsepower, supercharged 4-stroke. This baby goes. It's the most incredible motor I've ever used. I do 78 miles an hour on my BassCat, unbelievable speed, helps me helps me get to my spots quicker, and over the season I'm fishing for almost hours longer than other anglers because of that speed. And this motor has never ever let me down. This is my 5th year with a show. I put hundreds and hundreds of hours on my motor every single year. It's crazy how much time I do in this thing. Super quiet and efficient, fuel efficient, powerful, gets you up on pad quick, and top end speed's awesome. So when it comes to fitting out your boat, your BassCat, TH Marine just about has everything there is, and the Atlas jack plate is the best one on the market. This thing, just easily is moved up and down from the console. I can get into super shallow water. I can trim up and get my motor running to maximum performance with the TH Marine Atlas hydraulic jack plate. You have to have one of these on your boat if you want it to perform at its best. All right, at the back of the boat, I've just every night I put my cranking battery on a speed charge just to get it fully pack charged as much as I can to run all my 4 units. But I can keep my 4 Helix units on all day. I can run my power poles, I can run the pumps, I can run everything, and the battery will run all day. I've got 4 Trojan batteries in there. You got 48 gallons of fuel, 24 each side, easy to fill up there. And we've got some switches to turn your power poles off and cut all the power off if you need it, which is great. So plenty of fuel. We've got 4 batteries in the back, still do 78 miles an hour, full of tackle, and that's this speed charge here at the back. So let's go and have a look at the console. Here we are, here's my my office that I view every single day. We'll have a bit more of a look at this on the water, but I've got the twin dual Helix 10-inch colour screens, unbelievable units, by far the best graphs I've ever used in my life. But we'll have a look at a bit more of them on the water. And we've got the Hydrowave, I've got dual Hydrowave, so you've got a Hydrowave in there, and that speaker's on the back, and then I've also got a Hydrowave on the front. I'll show you a little bit more about that later too. We've got trim and hydraulic jack plate switch there, and this is the workstation. I spend more time behind here than just about anywhere, getting to my spots and finding those fish on the graph and using the GPS. There's so much to it, and I've got it down packed now, so let's go and have a look at the front. So each night I plug in my Lester charger, which basically it just pumps more power into the 3 batteries than any other charger. The Lester gets it done fast. If I'm spending 16 hours a day on the water, I get up at 3:30 in the morning and I'm unplugging it, and I'm back on the water at back off the water at 9 o'clock at night. I've only got a few hours to get my batteries charged, and the Lester does it, just plugs straight into my Minn Kota plug. So I just lock it in there, push that in, lock it down, and now it's going to click on, and within a couple hours it's going to charge 36 volts of Trojan batteries ready to go for the next day. So really loving that new charger. So up at the front of the boat here, we've got the Minn Kota Fortrix 112-pound thrust. So I always run the cable steer style, super fast response, and I run the short shaft this year because most of the time we're in shallow water fishing the bank. And I've got the Humminbird 360 transducer. We'll show you a little bit more about that on the Helix. And then you've got your Hydrowave speaker mounted up there, and you've got your pure down imaging transducer there for the Helix. The Fortrix has been a motor that I've been using since I was 15 years old, and it has never ever let me down, not once. This motor is unbreakable and unbeatable. So again, got the dual Humminbird Helix 10-inch graphs on there, both set up perfect, and then we've got the nice and angled for when I'm standing up on the deck, and then I've got the Hydrowave H2 again down here, which is perfect for just running off the trolling motor, as you saw with the trolling motor mount there. So H2, 2 graphs, the Minn Kota Fortrix on the front, and this is where it all happens for me at the front. So let's get it on the water and go and show you how I use it all. Okay guys, super important one, Mustang self-inflating life jacket. If I go in the water and I can't pull a cord or do anything, if I get disabled in the water, this is going to inflate. My kill switch is going to come out, it's going to kill that motor, I'm going to float and everything's okay. Super important, every time I'm running this boat, I'm wearing a self-inflating life jacket. Super important, and your kill switch as well, so make sure you're always wearing your life jacket. All right, let's show you how quick she jumps up on pad. I've got the TH Marine hot foot right there, which is a must for a boat that goes as fast as these BassCats. Gives you full control and easy to put your foot down and back off. So let's put it to the ground. Okay, I'm going to show you my straight sonar is so important to have the transducer set up correctly, and the quality and the power of the Humminbird Helix 10. Check this out. I can drive around Kentucky Lake, I can drive around anywhere and look for rock piles at almost 50 miles per hour. So we're going to get up on pad right now. And it's going to follow the bottom and give me almost a perfect picture. 36 miles, 37, 40 miles per hour. Perfect picture still. And I can actually run around and look for ledges, look for rock piles. I've even found schools of bass at over 40 miles per hour, which is incredible, and that just shows you the importance of having everything set up perfectly and just how good the quality is of the Humminbird Helix 10. Look at that, just following those drop-offs, following those contours. And I can use my mapping system, and then I can watch my straight sonar and give me that perfect picture and cut down on time on finding them schools. So that's a really important part of having your graph set up correctly. All right guys, so there's everything on the console. Let's go up to the front and see what the work deck looks like up there. So a little addition onto my Minn Kota G-Force handle from TH Marine. You know, this is just a major upgrade I can get, and I do this about 3 million times over the season, so I don't want that to let go. So heavy duty handle. So Minn Kota Fortrix up the front helps me stand on the BassCat. You're going to be right up the front. You're going to have the pedal inserted and you're going to be right up on the nose, and it's a lot different from any other bass boat, but I love it. I've got water all around me and I can just skip cast and there's nothing in my way because everything is right here, easy to land fish and easy to cast. So I love the way they've got it set up the front. So I've got my 2 power pole position buttons here, up and down. So double tap, and as you can see at the back, they're going down. Double tap, and they're going to come back up. Super smooth, super easy, and nice and quiet. Major piece of equipment that everyone has on their boats, on the Elite Series and the Opens, is my Hydrowave H2. Straight up, I turn it on and I put it on Bait Blitz. Bait Blitz is my favourite sound. I turn the volume up to about halfway and I press play. And I have that on 100% of the time I'm on the water. I never ever not have my Hydrowave playing on something. But Bait Blitz is a brand new sound, and it's one that I've had a lot of success with and one that I really love. But 16 new sounds now on the H2, and if you have got a bass boat or you love bass fishing, you need a Hydrowave. So up the top I've got my 2 Humminbird Helix. I've got direct down imaging, I've got straight sonar, and then I've got full GPS mapping. I've got side imaging that runs from the back of the boat, and I've got 360 for the 360 transducer. So I've got so many options on these dual Humminbird Helix 10s. It's So let's have a little bit of look under the deck. Great decking on top of the BassCat Puma. This is something I do a little bit custom. I've got the strap here, so rough water. I can put a lot of rods. I can put 8+ rods underneath there, and I can strap them down hard. I can lift that locker up and it'll hold all those rods in there, and you can get another rod out nice and easily. Now this one is my tournament one. When I'm flipping and I've only got a couple rods in the deck, this is just quick. So I've got actually 2 rod holders that I have on there, both from BassCat, but I keep both of them on there so they work great, different purposes. Let's have a look underneath the locker. Great little latches here. They're a pressurized latch, so they keep it down tight, and they're lockable, and they just keep them watertight, so no water gets in anymore. I've got that fully loaded out with my Miller rods. I can keep up to 28 rods and reels in there, so that is fully loaded. I actually take the rod tubes out from the front, and so I can just I keep all my Miller rods in rod socks. Miller rods now come with their own custom rod sock, and I keep them all in there, and I can keep 28 rigged rods and reels ready to go for the Elite Series season. Shut that down and it's locked, and then in rough water I can also have 2 locked down if I want to. So let's have a look at more of the tackle storage. Under here, same thing, great little hatch. You know, I've got my Molex set up here, all Molex little swim baits. And then if you have a look down in here, I've got a waterproof box there, and I keep all my scents in there. I can just lift that up and I can grab any one of my scents or sprays out, and then this is where all my swim baits are. So all my little tiny swim baits there, very easy to pop a box out, and then I just have my number 1 box for the day that I think I'm going to use sitting right there. Shut that down, open this guy up. Again, just lots and lots of tackle. The Puma FTD actually comes with a net holder, so as you can see, you can actually store stuff in there, but that is a net holder for the opens guys or FLW or anyone that wants to use a net. I keep big boxes of spinner baits, all Bassman spinner baits right there, fully loaded, fully tricked out, and then my 3/8.5 ounce Carl's compacts, all ready to go. And then if you look down in there, I've got 2 big boxes, Senkos, Rage Craws, some swim baits. Put that away. Spare spinner baits just in case. Don't have enough. As you can see, I keep a lot of tackle in this boat. When I'm on the water, the experience I have over here, I hate thinking, man, I left that box back in the truck. So I keep all of my tackle in my boat all the time. This is the main one. This is my main storage right here. So I keep your weights up here, 2 boxes of weights, 2 boxes of hooks, and then everything's named and numbered underneath there. So if you have a look here, at any time I can grab this out. I have my whole boat is fully rigged with Bass Mafia tackle boxes, and I have all reins, and each one of them are individually done. They're a little bit messed up just from running and turns. These are just my practice weights, ones that I've used, but I've got everything 1/16 and then 3/32, 1/8, 3/16, and I can go along and I can keep each one in their packs, and I can keep them from getting chipped, and I know what I've run out of and what I need to order. So that's all my Texas rig weights. Same with my drop shot weights. And then I can just pull that out, and then as you can see in there, each thing's named and numbered. Jigs, flipping jigs, cranks, toads, everything on that side. I sit that back on there, and then like this is one of my main hook boxes. Here, this is my practice box, and so I got every single little thing you could imagine that I would want to practice with, from split rings to tungsten inserts, snap clips, every different hook you can think of, flipping, stinger hooks, shaky heads, peg weights, rattles, everything you can think of in there. And then when I dialed in for the tournament, I'll go in and I'll get my new packs ready. And then on the opposite, same thing on the opposite side here, if you have a look, you got cranks, jerk baits, top waters, already rigged in there, and then I can just pull a box out, and that's my frog box, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't know how many in there. Popping frogs, walking frogs, buzz frogs, just about anything you can think of. Frog and shad walker wisers in there. All fully rigged out with rigid lights. You can see the BassCats are rigged, so as soon as you open them, that rigid comes on. And Brandon helped me set up my rod lockers and all my lockers with those rigid lights. And at night, I can work on my tackle and on my boat all night if I wanted to. This locker's kind of crazy. It's a big storage compartment, and I keep all my big tubs of plastics and stuff in there. So they're full of spare plastics. I like to keep them all in their packs to keep their scent. And then I've got a little box there, jumper leads, I've got prop wrench, I've got the spanners to do the jack plate, tighten everything down, tighten power poles, every little tool, all-round tool that you could want just to fix things on the water. Okay, so you got your stepping cooler right here, and you got another little day box, custom BassCat tool holder. So I've got line clips, braid scissors, pliers, split ring pliers, hook sharpener, everything you could want ready to go, nice and easy. I can just pull that out. Got a nice clip there, and this is another cooler or esky, but I keep all my spare leaders, gamma leader, catch and release, my cards, hummingbird chips, other tools, glue, some scents, some pens. Just about everything you can think of that you might need on the water is under there. And then this is kind of my little day box. So when I'm fishing a tournament, I'll put my hooks, my weights, my plastics, and everything that I'm going to use for that tournament day in there. So I'm just one click away from knowing that what I need is in that little box. Underneath here, well, just here's a removable. I actually just buy this, and you can just, it's got suction cups. You can just remove it, but it sticks on there really well. And I just like putting my lures and stuff in there from practice, and I don't like the diesel exhaust fumes getting over, or road grime over my lures or rods, so I generally put everything away when I put the boat on the trailer. When I'm driving down the road, I just can unclip this and it'll be full of my good lures and good plastics, and I can just open the hatch up and I can put it away, and that'll just keep all the road grime, diesel exhaust off any of my lures. So good little day box here. I chuck phone, sunscreen, wave away for your graphs and your glasses. A couple spare pairs of my amphibious sunglasses. I usually just, the ones I'm going to use for the day, I sit right there. Some chargers for my phone and my GoPro. Sunscreen, bit of insect repellent, and that's my little day box right there. And then you got your cup holders, and underneath there you got your cooler, your esky, that you can have full of ice and full of water. At the back, got our live wells nice and close. So now when I'm driving, you know, and I all the time I want to be checking on them. So if I'm driving, I want to be able to flick that, open it up, check on my fish, check the water's cool enough, the water's going well, and the fish are healthy, and then I can change there on the pumps. If you have a look in here, I've got these, the AccuCull system. So these are a nice eco-friendly grip that just grip onto that fish, grip onto his jaw, and hold him on there without having to puncture another hole, which is a way of the past. So they're all gripped on there like that. Lock that down. Right here I've got the New Pro Products vents. These things are awesome. They basically push oxygen in, push carbon dioxide out, keep that foam away from building up in there, and it's like cracking the window on your truck in the middle of summer. It's going to keep it cool and keep those fish alive. So there's your BassCat live wells. Another great feature of the BassCat Puma FTD is under seat storage. So I can pop that open. I've got all of my GoPro stuff in there. So GoPro mounts, chesties, clamp mounts, everything you can possibly use for your GoPro. You can shut that down, and then across this side, pop it open, and I've got all of my life jackets in there. So I just usually have that kill switch already plugged in, so it never gets forgotten, and I whack that jacket on and I'm ready to go. Okay, your last couple boxes at the back here. This is behind the driver's seat. I keep some of my sponsor hats. I keep my lightweight Stormer gear, lightweight Stormer jacket and pants for summertime, rain. I keep On It Alpha Brain Instant, Shroom Tech Energy Support, more Alpha Brain, catch and release. I keep up to 5 pairs of amphibious sunglasses in their boxes for different times. So I've got amphibious for early morning, late afternoon, different coloured waters. I've got way system in there. I've got some buoys that I can throw out on those schooled fish. Got Lucky Charm Roo in there. And that's kind of just my day box that, you know, I keep everything in for a tournament fishing day. Shut that down. And of course I come across here and I got more tackle. So these fit the 3700 Bass Mafias in there, no worries. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more tackle boxes in there. And plus that one, and I could actually fit one more in there. So plenty of storage. We've seen the back of the boat. Got your power pole, your push pole, super stick there that I keep in my boat all the time. I get in so many situations when in shallow water, I keep that push pole with me. So, well, there you go, guys. There's my BassCat Puma FTD 2016, fully set up to take on the best guys in the world on the Bassmaster Elite Series. All of my sponsors have gotten behind me since I was, you know, almost 15 years old, and new ones continue to come on and support me and believe in me, and without all of them I wouldn't be able to do this, and without using the best of the best gear I would not be able to compete against these guys. Without the best stuff I would not have made it to the Bassmaster Elite Series. And if you want to look at any of this gear, you can check them all out on the website. You can check out BassCat boats on their website and get all the information you need. So big finish coming for me. I got 2 more Elites and I got 2 more Opens. So I've got to make something big happen and make the Bassmaster Classic for 2017. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has supported me, and in any way, friends, family, sponsors, and anyone that's had a little bit to do with my success over here. Without you, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So let's go and finish the year off strong, make it happen.